When I was a kid, I thought the book was called Don Quixote. Boy, was I stupid, right? There's a lot of things Donald Trump doesn't like in this world. Bad press, disloyal staffers, unfair trade deals, and windmills. Yes, you heard that right. The President of the United States has a big thing against windmills. Or, if we are being totally accurate, wind turbines, the kind of thing that generate wind energy. Now, very important sidebar. A windmill, technically speaking, is a device that uses wind to grind grain into flour. I did not know that. End of sidebar. Now, the long and short of it is, Trump really doesn't like the wind turbine. Take this Trump answer during a press conference at the end of the G7 meetings in France in August to a question about whether he was still a climate change skeptic.
I'm not going to lose that wealth. I'm not going to lose it on dreams, on windmills, which frankly aren't working too well.
Wow. All I'm sure in that answer is that Donald Trump isn't going to be losing my money on windmills, which stink, I think. The roots of Trump's vendetta against the windmill, wind turbine, yeah, that's the ticket, are deeply personal. And those roots are in Scotland. I know. Back in the mid-2000s, Trump bought land in Aberdeen, Scotland, on which he planned to build a luxury golf course and resort. Shortly thereafter, he became aware of and opposed to a plan to build 11 wind turbines off the Scottish coast. Quote, "I am not thrilled," Trump said in 2006, according to the BBC. "I want to see the ocean. I do not want to see windmills," end quote. And he didn't stop there, not by a long shot. Quote, "This is a very, very serious problem that we are addressing. In my opinion, it is one of the most serious problems that Scotland will have or has had," Trump told the Scottish Parliament in 2012 as he sought to keep the wind farm from being built. But wait, there was more. Much more. It's real rich text. Quote, "I'm an expert on tourism," Trump told the Scots, adding, "If you dot your landscape with these horrible, horrible structures, you will do tremendous damage," end quote. And then he said this, quote, "Many countries have decided they don't want wind because it doesn't work without massive subsidies, it kills massive amounts of birds and wildlife, and there are lots of other reasons," end quote. And then there were the tweets. So very many tweets. Seriously, there were a lot. In 2013, Trump shared a story on his Twitter feed about high winds damaging a turbine in Scotland and added this important message, quote, "Any turbine in close proximity to a school must go," end quote. That same year, Trump had this message for the Scots, quote, "Economics behind ugly bird-killing wind turbines do not work. Will destroy Scotland's beautiful coastline," end quote. Sidebar. As an animal lover, I will note wind turbines do kill birds. But do you know what kills more birds? Oh wait. Cats! Also power lines, cars, and running into glass windows and buildings. Not advisable. That's according to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. And sidebar. Despite Trump's dire warnings, the wind turbines, wait for it, got built anyway. The UK Supreme Court ruled against his lawsuit to block the construction in 2015. The 11 turbine facility was completed in 2018. And in 2019, Trump was ordered to pay the Scottish government's legal bills for the whole wind turbine fight. Now, truth be told, Trump has never really gotten over his whole feud with the windmill, which, yes, last time I checked, is an inanimate object. Take that, windmill. If anything, he's ramped up his rhetoric on the dangers they pose.
If you have a windmill anywhere near your house, congratulations. Your house just went down 75% in value. And they say the noise causes cancer. You tell me that one, okay?
Let me just interject here that the claim that noise produced by wind turbines causes cancer is 100% made up. Now, back to Trump.
If you love birds, you'd never want to walk under a windmill because it's a very sad, sad sight. It's like a cemetery. We put a little statue for the poor birds. It's true. You know, in California, if you shoot a bald eagle, they put you in jail for 5 years. And yet the windmills wipe them all out. It's true. They wipe them out. It's terrible.
Why don't you love birds, you absolute maniacs? Trump is so obsessed with the looming threat posed by the windmill that he now has added a riff on these very monsters into his 2020 campaign speech. Here's Trump at a Michigan rally in the spring of 2019.
If Hillary got in, you wouldn't have that stat, I can tell you right now. you'd be doing windmills. And if it doesn't blow, you can forget about television for that night. Darling, I want to watch television. I'm sorry, the wind isn't blowing. I know a lot about wind.
And here is Trump at a campaign rally in Pittsburgh in August 2019.
Unlike those big windmills that destroy everybody's property values, kill all the birds, someday the environmentalists are going to tell us what's going on with that. And then all of a sudden it stops. The wind and the televisions go off. And your wives and husbands say, darling, I want to watch Donald Trump on television tonight. But the wind stopped blowing and I can't watch. There's no electricity in the house, darling.
See, I'm not just blowing hot air about this. Ugh. I feel sick. Donald Trump has never gotten over the fact that windmills obstructed his view of the ocean off of Scotland in the early 2000s. And so he is using his prominence as the President of the United States to continually attack this rising menace, which feels, well, in a word, dumb. And that is the point. We make new point episodes every Tuesday and Thursday. Check them all out.